Good morning and welcome to the first video of my February sales to-dos. Every weekday this month, there's exactly 4 weeks this month, so I'm going to do a total of 20 videos, one posted every weekday, and it's going to have a to-do for you to do that day or that week, and some of them are kind of a bit bigger jobs, some of them are quite quick, and yeah, I'll take you on a journey and I promise you it will increase your sales procedures, your sales, you'll get business out of it, whether it's this month or in the future. So without further ado, my number one is to set yourself some targets. What do you want to achieve in the month of February? We've got 4 weeks, we've got 20 weekdays. Depending on your situation, those targets will be different. If you're furloughed, you will have different kind of plans and what you want to get out of the month than if you're maybe an owner-managed business and still working, or you might still be working in the company that you work for. You might be partly furloughed. So everybody's targets are going to look completely different. Try and set them some revenue targets. That could be obviously 0 if you're furloughed. Some personal development targets. Some people who you want to chat to, maybe there's a couple of phone calls you've been putting off, put them on your targets and give yourself a deadline of when you want to make those phone calls. So that is my number one to do. Write down some targets, split them up into revenue, proactivity, making phone calls, personal development, and also you can have LinkedIn targets. I always work with clients of LinkedIn connections and trying to increase them. So everyone's targets will look different, but write them down. You can hear my son in the background. Obviously, I am never alone and he's here to do the floor with me. So yeah, that's my first. Hello. So today, this is my second February sales to-dos. And today I'm going to ask you to tidy your CRM. For those of you that don't have a CRM, a customer relationship management program, perhaps you might use a spreadsheet and you've got all your bookings on there or all of your contacts and with notes and things of when you last spoke to them. These can really easily get out of date and a bit overwhelming, and maybe the contacts might not be right anymore because of what everyone's gone through in the last year. So I'd like you to spend an hour or so going through your spreadsheet or your CRM, making sure that the notes are up to date, making sure the contacts are up to date and all of this stuff. It can be a really tedious job, but if you do an hour a day or even half an hour a day, then you will start to get it right. And because when things start moving again, it really needs to be right. So that's my second tip, February sales to-dos. Hello and welcome to my third sales to-dos for this month. One video every single weekday throughout February, giving you something to do. Today I'd like you to write a postcard and send it to a client, inviting them for a cup of tea over Zoom. Could be a current client, could be a lapsed client. You could send it to a couple. Bonus points if you the more you send them to. A nice handwritten postcard in the post will be such a kind gesture. You don't have to write loads on it. You can just say, I was thinking of you, wondering how you're doing. Do you fancy a cup of tea over Zoom? I know I have some clients who put it in an envelope, put it in an envelope with a tea bag as well and say, here's a cup of tea, let's meet up. So yeah, that is my third to do. Send a couple of postcards to some current or lapsed clients, inviting them for a Zoom coffee. See you tomorrow. Hi there, so happy Thursday. This is my fourth February sales to do. What I would like you to do today is research your competition. So your competitors pre-COVID may have changed. They might have changed their offering. You might have changed their offering and your offering, and therefore have different competitors. There's lots of reasons why your competition might have changed. So today I'd like you to have a good old Google, bash out a Word document as to what everybody around you is doing, what your old competition are up to, and research and see if you've got any new competitors as well. So that is day 4, and I'll see you tomorrow for Fridays. Hello, happy Friday. My 5th sales to do is today I'd like you to write a blog post or an article on LinkedIn. Now, that post must not be about you. It's got to be about your client, the industry, the market that you sell to, and you've got to give value. So bonus points if you do some sort of top tips. I wouldn't do more than 5, maybe like 4 top tips to running the perfect hybrid event or something like that. So write a blog post. You can upload it onto your website if you have management of your website, or you can put it on an article on LinkedIn. And then you can send it to some lapsed clients, some clients that you used to work with, perhaps haven't spoken to for a while. You can say, I've recently written this blog post and I thought you might find it interesting, I thought it might be useful, and start that method of communication again. So you're giving value, you're giving them something that's of use to them, and it's a really good excuse to get in touch. So that is today's number 5 sales to-dos, and we're done. The first week's done. 3 more weeks left of a video every single day. Thank you, hope it's helpful. See you later.